The story begins with a girl telling us about herself, saying that her mother taught her since childhood to be an honest child, that honesty always leads to good, and good to happiness. The girl always listened to this, and she was as her mother told her, even though it never led to anything good. And because of this, the girl was killed, and now she has gone to another world where she has been a demon woman for 23 years, but we will learn about this later. The girl was working at her job, and because of a mistake, she was fired. She reported on some big shot in the company, which could make them lose a lot of money. Of course, she meant well, and she did the right thing, but people with a lot of money are always higher up, because corruption is rampant. The girl went home, and her boss warned her to be careful on the way home, but she didn't take it into account. And then she went home angry. She does not understand why a person with a high position is allowed to be corrupt. It is not fair, and she is an honest girl. She does not like this. And then, out of anger, she shouted the words, "This world is not fair." She felt better after she shouted, but she didn't know what was going to happen next. She thought there was no one here, but then a man appeared and smashed her head with a bottle. The girl fell down, her head was bleeding. And then she sees a man in front of her holding a knife. It was a bad man who had connections with higher-ups. He kills her with the knife because she got involved with the wrong people. And then the knife enters her body, blood flows out, and she thinks to herself that she didn't mean anything bad. Why would she cover up for someone to stay alive? But if she did, it would not be her anymore. The girl is cold, lying bleeding in the snow, and would like to hug the toy her mother bought her. And then this toy tells her in her mind to get up, that it promised her that it would help her punish injustice. She wants to stop them from making mistakes. And then she is told to open her eyes, if she wants to do that. She opens her eyes, and sees that she is in another world, thinking that she was rescued and brought here. She sees that it is a very nice apartment, and her clothes are very beautiful. She feels that her wounds hurt, and she remembers that she was hit. She thinks about calling the police to find the person who attacked her. And then she walks around the room and sees a mirror. She doesn't recognize who it is. She sees a girl with blue hair, long hair, and her eyes are different colors, and her body has changed. A man comes in, and she thinks that maybe this is the man who saved her life. This man was very big and had a wonderful, pumped up body, and then she sees that he has horns. He asks her, "How are you feeling?" She looks at him and is shocked who he is, why he has horns, pointy ears, and he is very very big, 3 times bigger than her. She doesn't understand who he is, and he is shocked. He doesn't understand how she cannot know him. He tells her not to joke like that when I am asking you seriously. She doesn't really understand who he is. She says she's not joking, she really doesn't know who he is. He asks her if she's okay, after she was almost killed. He hit her. She got scared. He got angry. How can she not know him? He hit her again. He asks her if she is serious, but she still says she doesn't know him. She doesn't understand what they did to her, that she doesn't know him now. He called a doctor to find out what happened to her. And then the doctor comes. The doctor is also with horns with sharp ears. But the doctor is very beautiful. She decides to look at this girl. The girl sees that this doctor is also a little strange, but she looks nicer than this man. The girl decides to talk to the doctor alone. The doctor takes this uncle and pushes him out, so that the girl feels safe. The girl likes that now there is no scary uncle. The girl tells him that she is also tall, but more pleasant. The doctor explains to her that she is just a demon, and she is a pixie. The girl does not understand what a pixie is. She does not understand where and how she got here, and then this man bursts in and angrily says that she is asking such questions that he could have asked. Let her find out what is wrong with her. And then he tells the girl that they are already in the demon realm. They have been living here for 3 years. How can she forget? The doctor thinks that maybe it was the head injury that affected her memory. The girl tells him that I don't even know you. How should I know about our relationship? And then he gets angry and says to her that if your head can't remember, maybe your body will remember me. And then he starts to hit on her, kiss her, touch her all over. She doesn't like it. She tells him to stop, and then he says that he is the king of demons, and you are my wife. You have been charged with killing every scoundrel in this kingdom. If she doesn't remember, by tomorrow that's it, then he will eat her." He left and gave her time to rest and remember. The girl is scared. They want to eat her. She doesn't understand where she is and why this is happening to her. She thinks maybe it's a dream. The man is angry. He wants to kill the one who caused this injury. Morning came and the girl woke up. She was afraid that she would not be on time for work. But she remembered that she was fired. The girl was scared. Why is she still here? She thought again that maybe she was still asleep. Someone knocked on her door. She thought it was the demon again. But she heard the voice of the doctor who had been there yesterday. She gladly let the woman in. The doctor wanted to examine her, and she agreed. The doctor told her that she could take off the bandages because her healing spell had worked. The girl asks what spell. The doctor realized that she hadn't remembered anything yet, so she decided to introduce herself again, introducing herself as Chloe. And this man is a master Lex. And then she starts talking about her, wants to bring back her memory, which she never had. She says that she had different spells. The girl does not believe what spells. She thinks it is only in a fairy tale. Chloe is worried about her, so she offers her a bath to relax, and brings her some soup to eat. She looks up and sees such a kind woman, and it calms her down a bit. She goes out to the balcony, and sees snow. She looks down from the window, and sees that everyone has horns. She was shocked. She tasted the porridge and liked it, but she has so many thoughts in her head now, that she cannot enjoy the taste. She cannot get out of her head that yesterday this demon said that she was his woman. She thinks he is very scary, and so she decides to run away from there. And then she breaks the plate, and then some people from below heard it and shouted that it was yesterday's pixie. Let's throw stones at her again. The girl screamed and got scared that it was again those who wanted to kill her. And then the demon comes out and takes her inside. He wants to deal with them himself. And then this demon tells her that a bunch of people are coming to find pixies and witches. The girl sits at home and feels scared, but now she thinks this demon is not so bad, because she saw people outside who mock her, and he treats her well. She tries to calm down, and then she decides to follow Chloe's advice and goes to a warm bath. She goes to the bath and sees a very, very beautiful bathtub, which is surrounded by flowers, and the bathtub has a very nice smell. She gets in the water and feels as if she hasn't bathed in a year. And then she feels that she can think better. The water helped her. She starts to recall all these moments, everything from her work, from her dismissal. She recalls that she was fired for reporting corruption in her office. Then she was walking alone outside, and someone attacked her. She thought she was dead, but she appeared here where she is now, and after that the Demon King said that she was his woman. She was ordered to kill all the thieves in this country, and now she doesn't understand what to do here, how she can go back to her world. And also if she goes back to this world, they will decide to kill her again, and especially since she is now unemployed in this world. Even if she went back, she would not feel comfortable there, because living without work, and in danger, is not very good either. And then she gets confused. A demon enters her bathroom. She starts throwing things at him, and telling him to go away. She doesn't like that he came in without knocking. He just wanted to check if she was here, and if she was having a normal bath. And then she poured water into him. He's standing there all wet. He's trying to calm her down, because she was getting very angry. He thought that she had wet him, and wanted to tell him to take a bath with her. So he undressed and got into the bath with her. The girl closes her eyes because she does not want to look at him naked. It's the first time she sees this, and she's uncomfortable with it. But the man tells her that it's not the first time she's seen it. She should have gotten used to it by now. And then she comes out of the bathroom, and tells him not to come into her room, because she wants to change. Now, before he comes in, he asks her if she's dressed. But he is still naked, because she has wet his clothes, and now, he has nothing to wear. And then the girl gets depressed, that she was attacked and now she is going to be eaten, and she is going to die soon. And he felt funny because she misunderstood his words, so he kissed her in the ear. And then he starts to hit on her even more. She thought he wanted to eat her, but he really wanted something else. The girl wants to stop him, but he doesn't understand how long she's going to stay like this. She realizes that Lex is good, and she really loves the owner of this body. The girl wanted to tell him something, and then he abruptly introduced himself. His name is Alexander Tamuz, but she can call him just Lex. She did not expect him to introduce himself so abruptly, so she also introduced herself. Her name is Lily Aster. Of course, I don't know her name yet because he has been her husband for a long time. And she sits there and thinks that for 23 years in another world, she has been a wife, and in the last world she was not even anyone's girlfriend. But she doesn't like it because he is a demon. She asks him why she should marry him. He can give her 1001 reasons, but he tells her the one most important reason, because he wants them to destroy evil together in the demon kingdom, that demons are associated with evil, and he wants it to be different, that demons are associated with good, and he wants to cleanse his country of evil. Her heart skipped a beat because he has the same views as her. She has a spell that can get rid of evil. She has a lot of spells, but she has forgotten them. She doesn't know how to use them, and so she needs to start learning them from the beginning. And then she realizes that she wanted to change the world for the better, and that's why she was attacked in this world. And she sees that it all happened just like in the other world, just like she wanted to change the world for the better, and she was killed for it. She likes this, and so she decides to help him. She thinks that there was no magic in her world in the past, but there is here, and so she decides to try. And then Lex has one idea. He says that this trait hasn't changed. He also proposes to get married in a week. She is stunned. It's too soon for her. She just wants to help him, and she doesn't want to get married yet. They've been planning this wedding for a long time, and he wants to get married now. There's no time to postpone. He has a ring that can protect her, and that's why he wants her to marry him now, because it will only work if she is his woman. He wants this wedding even if she doesn't remember it, and even if she doesn't love him. He doesn't want to hurt her. And then he took her hand, and she was uncomfortable. She's a little confused, because of all these proposals. She finds out the details of how a demon can marry a pixie. He tells her that they have a lot of interracial marriages, that there is no difference in this. And then we see that he is hinting at something to make her relax. He tells her that they did it for the first time, as soon as she arrived here. She doesn't understand what he is talking about. She blushes. And then he takes off his clothes. She's never had that before. He touches her hair. He is grateful to heaven that she is staying with him. He cannot imagine life without her. She wants to forget him, but she has to be here because his emotions and actions have not changed. She sees that he has become very nice, and then he tells her that he has already taken the lives of those who have harmed her. And he is also angry because the loss of her memory is not something that can be forgiven. She was scared again because he said it very threateningly, and now she doesn't think he is nice. And then he left and she ran after him and asked him how he killed them like that. Wasn't it too cruel? He was laughing about it. He did it well. He doesn't want to do anything good to anyone who did her this harm. She thinks maybe she knows the people who attacked her. She thinks maybe she did something wrong, but he tells her that she did everything right.